Did you know there was a time when you didn't have to worry about carrying your dirty clothes all the way to the laundry room because a dedicated machine could do that for you? Yes, we have lost a lot of insightful home features that would have made our lives easier. From the icebox that preserved our foods to the old telephone nooks that helped families stay connected, these are 10 vintage home features that have vanished over time. Number 10. Milk doors. Before refrigerators became popular, almost every home had a milk door. They were common in the 18th, 19th, and early 20th centuries. They were small doors, usually located near the kitchen or pantry, that allowed milkmen to deliver fresh milk in glass bottles without entering the home. The houses were built with integrated milk delivery doors. The milkman would put the milk in the cubby from outside, and the house's residents would get the milk from inside without leaving the house. The milkman could also pick up empty bottles from there. Number 9. Picture rails. Instead of puncturing holes in the wall to hang your pictures, picture rails were an alternative homeowners used so as not to damage the wall. A picture rail is typically made of wood, plastic, or metal. It is usually located about 3 to 4 feet below the ceiling and used for hanging pictures and other decorative items without damaging the walls. They allowed you to move your pictures or artwork easily. A movable hook could be placed anywhere along a rail, and a picture would hang below. The hook also allows you to move the images to the right or left easily. However, if you don't have a wooden rail, the brass picture rail is a very good alternative. Although new ways of hanging pictures have replaced old picture rails, these picture rails are still very stylish, but not as stylish as laundry chutes. Number 8. Laundry chutes. A laundry chute is a vertical shaft transporting dirty clothes, towels, and bedding from various floors into a central laundry area. They were often used in a multi-story house. With a laundry chute, you don't have to carry hefty loads up and down the stairs. You can simply drop your dirty clothes into the chute, and they will slide down into the laundry room for you. This very convenient feature is typically made of wood, metal, or plaster, and often stands as a symbol of good hygiene. They also saved lots of long trips to the laundry room and also showed that the home was owned by a rich family. Although they're no longer needed today, they remain a charming feature in many vintage homes. Number 7. Transom windows. If you have lived in an older home, you will remember what a transom window is. That small window or opening above a door in most of the older homes, which can be either rectangular or semicircular in shape, is a transom window. Before electricity and air conditioning, transom windows were very useful. Older homes used transom windows to let in fresh air and cool the house. They also let in extra natural light from high up, so people outside couldn't see in. Transom windows were not restricted to homes alone. They were also available in classrooms. And you would not feel the absence of an air conditioner because both the high ceilings and the windows kept the classrooms cool. They made the room look more beautiful and stylish, and I hope these windows will make a comeback. Do you think they should? Or would you rather prefer to have a butler's pantry? Number 6. Butler's pantry. A butler's pantry is a small room located between the kitchen and dining room, and was mostly found in larger, older homes, especially in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It helped provide a convenient space for servants or butlers to prepare and serve meals, polish silverware, and prepare cocktails. They were also used for counting items and storage of the family silver, numerous sets of china, and large serving dishes and linens. Butler's pantries offer a glimpse into the past, revealing how people used to live and entertain back in the day. In fact, some butlers slept in this room to keep the items safe. In today's modern world, butlers' pantries are located just off the kitchen or dining room and are now used as a storage space or a staging area for serving meals. Number 5. Sleeping porch. We're lucky to have air conditioning now, but before its arrival, people had to find other ways to beat the heat on hot summer nights. The solution was to have special porches for sleeping, which rapidly became a common feature in homes from the late 1800s into the early 1900s. A sleeping porch was like a screened-in balcony or deck, usually off a bedroom upstairs. It was designed to catch the cool wind from different directions on late nights. Sleeping porches were most useful when summer reached its peak, especially in Southern America. Families would sleep out there on hot summer nights, especially kids, to stay cool and comfortable. At the time, fresh air was widely believed to be beneficial for health, according to doctors' prescriptions, most especially for individuals suffering from respiratory conditions like tuberculosis. Sleeping outdoors was thought to promote the overall well-being of the people, so that made sleeping porches a necessity in the homes. The design of sleeping porches varied, but their main function was to provide a cool and comfortable sleeping environment. This architectural design began to decline in the mid-20th century as air conditioning became more affordable and widespread. This diminished the need for outdoor sleeping spaces. Nowadays, many old sleeping porches have been converted into outdoor rooms, sunrooms, or balconies. Sleeping porches, however, are a beautiful reminder of the past, showing how the earlier generation adapted and responded to climate and technology. Number 4. Telephone landlines. Remember old-fashioned landline phones that were plugged into the wall? They used to be a common feature in homes, especially older ones. They've been around since the late 1800s. Landline phones are connected to the phone network by a wire and are usually attached to a wall or sit on a desk in a fixed spot. These phones used to be the main way people stayed connected at home. They were reliable and worked well for a long time, but they have now been replaced by cell phones. Telephones used to be placed in a special small space called a telephone nook, a small enclosed space designed to hold a telephone. It was usually in a hallway or foyer, and it was designed to accommodate the big phones of that time. Many telephone landlines have been disconnected or turned into decorative items. Telephones remind us of the past and how people used to communicate, and even though they are no longer needed, they're still a very exciting feature to explore in many older homes. Number 3. Pocket doors. Pocket doors were a popular feature in older homes, made of wooden doors with ornate hardware and molding. They were doors that would slide into a pocket in the wall and then disappear when opened. In older homes, pocket doors were used to separate rooms without blocking the way. They saved space, made rooms look nicer, and helped connect different areas of the house. They were used in hallways, bedrooms, living areas, and dining rooms. Pocket doors were a great way to have a more open floor plan, yet have a way of closing off an area when it wasn't used. They were easy enough to be left cracked without fear of slamming shut in a breeze. These were very popular at a particular point, and they were very useful. They have sort of made a comeback, but they aren't as common as they once were, and they are so nice. Number 2. Medicine cabinet. A medicine cabinet was a common feature in older homes. It is usually a small cabinet in a bathroom where people store medicines, toiletries, and other personal care items. It often has a mirror on the door and shelves inside to keep things organized. There is usually a tiny slot where you can dispose of your old razor blades after shaving. You'd see tons of used blades under the house in some of these houses. Number 1. Ice boxes. If you do not know what an ice box is, then you belong to the newer generation. Those who lived in older homes remember how indispensable an ice block was back then. You may have at one point or the other heard any of your parents or grandparents call your refrigerator an ice block. Yes, that is because before refrigerators existed, people used ice boxes to keep their foods cool. The icebox was invented in 1802 by an American farmer named Thomas Moore, who used the icebox to transport butter from his home to the Georgetown markets. It allowed him to sell firm and brick butter, unlike his fellow vendors who sold soft, melted tubs. Ice boxes were delivered by the iceman, and they would put big blocks of ice inside. They were fancy, and having one showed you were wealthy. Ice boxes were an important part of older homes. They helped families keep food like meat, milk, and fruit from getting spoiled. They were a big improvement over older food storage methods like root cellars and spring houses. This greatly contributed to the improvement of the population's health by increasing the readily made fresh food to be consumed and the overall safety of that food. Despite their aesthetic values and uniqueness, these household features have been replaced by modern architecture due to the influence of social media and home decor trends, as well as pressure to conform to contemporary styles and aesthetics. All of these vintage features, even though outdated, bring back memories of our childhood, family, and happier times, connecting us to our past in a special way. And because of this, they will ever live in our memories. Which of these vintage features would you have loved to see in your home? Let us know in the comments below.